myself and the other 48 seniors that will be graduating with me this spring. Before we enrolled in Animas, we didn't know where we'd be going to school, we didn't know how Animas would prepare us for college, and the only reassurance we had about Animas was in California at High Tech High. But I knew that I needed to change from the traditional teaching style in middle school, and the project-based learning framework that Animas has really appealed to me, so I decided that I'd take the risk. I knew Animas was the perfect fit for me within a week of my going there. The first project we did was a sociology project with Lori Fisher, who was a freshman humanities teacher at the time. And we learned all of these complex concepts about sociology through things like studies, lectures, PowerPoints, notes, etc. But most importantly and most commonly, applications to ourselves. And the applications are what really help the content stick with the students. We learned about how we as individuals are shaped by our friends, our family, our religion, whatever groups we may choose to interact with. And because of how we were able to apply these concepts to ourselves, the content stuck with the students. And because the content was actually sticking, because these students knew what they'd be talking about, they became enthusiastic about the material. And that enthusiasm really carried over into the end of the project when we had our mask exhibition that some of you may have seen our current freshmen displaying tonight. And that exhibition set the standards for the culture at Animas and for more exhibitions to come in the future for ourselves and the upcoming classes that would be joining us the next few years. And this close culture that this enthusiasm really rooted out of in Animas carried over in me personally, and it really deeply resonated with me, to the point that when I came home to my brother and sister, who were still in middle school at the time, they became excited about Animas without even having gone. And even though all three of us are completely different learners, Animas was able to be flexible and meet all of our different needs as different types of learners. And because of that ability, that unique ability that Animas has, Harrison and Sophia, my brother and sister, have fallen in love with Animas just like I did as a freshman. And without even graduating our first class of seniors, Animas has developed a legacy in the community through families and individuals because of such a strong culture and enthusiastic student body. And for our seniors, we've already started making plans for the future. I've already applied to college, and Animas has given me the courage, strength, and tools necessary to be able to apply to an Ivy League school. And Animas has really prepared us for that through allowing us to explore so many different types of interests. For myself, I was really able to connect in biology sophomore year when we dissected a cat, because I want to be a doctor. So being able to see this anatomy and how something that looks so simple could actually make a cat be able to walk or meow or whatever. And students had other interests too, but because of Animas, they were able to find those interests. And after they'd found those interests, junior year, they were given the opportunity to take those interests and apply them to the real world during the Link internship, which is a 3-week intensive internship where students go out into the world. They can go wherever they want. One student went to Guatemala, a couple went to California. I chose to stay in Durango with a local orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Richard Lawton, and it was a life-changing experience for me. I got to see a total knee replacement, a hip replacement, and an MCL repair. I thought I'd be a little grossed out by the blood, but when he started messing with the patella and gluing on different parts of the body, I wanted to get closer. They're like, no, stay back, the hygiene. It was an amazing experience for me. And after Link, I decided that I wanted to learn more about what it really meant to be a doctor. So I went over to Brown over the summer for a 3-week course about a more realistic expectation about what it would be like to be a doctor. So the ethical dilemmas they face, the reality of losing a patient, but also everything that's so great that just overcomes all the hard stuff and makes it worth it. And Animas has really allowed me to discover my love for medicine and my hopes for the future. And it's also given me the tools, such as friends, the skills, and the knowledge to be able to take that next step in the future. And I couldn't be happier with the risk that I took in